You're awake? I'll keep you company. I can't sleep either. The rest of our party looks so peaceful. I envy them a little. I was thinking about how much we've done together in the past. How long has it been? 5 years? Is that right? Maybe 6? Remember when you found me, alone in the woods, in Dark Wolf Forest, Area 3? That's what, a level 6 area? I was lucky you happened along. I was dressed in strange clothes, confused and hungry. I didn't know how to use my character card. I didn't know how to learn or add skills. I didn't know magic. I didn't know anything. But you let me join your party, taught me what I needed to know to survive, and kept me alive until we could make it to a tavern and join a guild. I can never thank you enough. I never told you anything about the world I came from, did I? When every day is an adventure and it's a struggle to even survive until the next one, that sort of thing can easily be forgotten. How about I tell you now? The first thing you should know is that where I came from, we didn't have character cards or skill points. To gain skills, you just had to practice them a lot, but there was nothing to record your skill level. Or your character level, for that matter. Actually, there were no character levels either. All those things were in games, but not in the real world. I'll tell you, it took some getting used to, having those in this world, having them be real here. It could be challenging. I personally played a lot of games like those because, in my world, it managed to be challenging without any adventure. Adventurer wasn't even really a job. Yes, there were jobs, but getting one was complicated. Here, you can just do a quest or work for a while on a tavern mission and get a bag of gold. Simple. I like it much better. In my old world, you had to write up a list of all your skills and all the places you used to work, and write a letter to the boss to convince them you really wanted the job. Then they would interview you, and if you weren't chosen, they wouldn't usually tell you. What was the interview like? Okay, I'll be the boss, and you're the job seeker. Hi, it's nice to see you this afternoon. I'd like this to be more like a conversation, so relax. First, I'll talk about the role. So then they would go on about the job. You are going to be using high-impact metrics to drive ROI in a fast-paced environment where we work hard and play hard. We're like a family, and we value accountability and excellent communication skills combined with technical expertise to offer our client base the greatest possible value add going forward. Does that sound like a role you're comfortable with? So, tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work here? What made you want to change jobs? So after that, maybe a different day, they give you a test to make sure you can actually do the job. Remember, there aren't skill cards. You can just write down whatever, so they can't trust what you told them earlier. Other differences. Our cities were fantastic. So many people lived there. Here, I think the capital has, 40,000 people? Where I came from, that was just a town. A medium-sized city might have 500,000 people, and a large one could have over 1 million. It's 1,000 thousands. So we had a large city in my country with 6,000 people living in it. The buildings were tall, made of steel and glass. Buildings like the ones here were from hundreds of years ago in my world. Another thing is, we didn't have any magic to speak of. We invented complicated machines to do the things done by magic here. That glass box you found on me could show me people from anywhere in the world, as long as they had one too. And most people did. Some people did claim to have magic powers, but most of us didn't take them seriously and thought they were deluded. Some people thought magic was real, but only came from forging a pact with demons. And there weren't different kinds of people either, just humans. Several hundred years ago, some of us made up fake races based on skin color, but that's it. But there were lots of human nations with different customs. It was odd getting used to the idea of human culture here, because in this world there really is just one. Some of us claimed that non-human people were real, but if so, they weren't common at all. I never saw one. I never once saw merpeople, elves, dwarves, vampires, nagas, tree people, ghosts, snow women, beast folk, Dullahans, dragons, slimes, ogres, goblins, lizardmen, orcs, or trolls until I came here. In this world, that's Thursday. Hey, there's something else I wanted to tell you, unless you're too sleepy. Oh, I'm glad you liked hearing about my world. This isn't about that, though. It's about me. And you. You. And me. Us. We're friends, right? I trust you with my life each day, and you trust me with yours. They all rely on us too. We care about each other, right? Of course. I want to be with you. Yes, I know I'm with you right now. That isn't what I'm talking about. You're important to me. Really, really important to me. We went from doing odd jobs in town and sleeping in stables to leading this whole party. You're an important part of my life. You are my life. I've spent my whole life here in this world with you. And that's how I want to spend the rest of it also. I love you. I love you. I love the way you bargain with shopkeepers and slice apart plant monsters and eat giant meals at the tavern. I love how you make little noises when you take off your armor. I love being here with you around the fire with all our party members after a day of fighting in dungeons. Being with you makes it all worth it. The bad food and cold and sweat and blood and hardship, all the pain and loss, all the danger and fear. In my world, I was alone. I played games all day, worked part-time, and didn't love anyone, especially not myself. I didn't know how to love, and I wasn't lovable in my turn. I had nothing to offer a partner, and knowing that made me angry. You started out as my mentor. Then we became friends and party members. But now I want more. I want us to be partners in every way, including that way, and I hope you want me too, because nothing has to change except everything will. Meeting you and fighting with you made me better. I want this to be the start of a new adventure for us. And someday, when we retire from adventuring, we should have a house somewhere and live out our years in peace together.